Hi, I'm Karen. I posted a couple of days ago about making masks. I just wanted to put a quick video up just to practice as much as anything, but also a few points about the mask that I'm going to make. They're made from scraps of cotton fabric, which is woven, and they're quite garish, I know, but making no apologies for that. They don't take very much fabric, but they are not impervious to the virus because they are woven. And I wanted to be sure that people didn't think that they were making anything that was a substitute for a medical mask. However, they will be useful if you need to go out and you want to be absolutely sure that you're not touching something in a shop or your car door handle, anything like that. It will stop you from touching your nose and your face, hopefully. Mine are lined with some fabric that's normally used for blackout blind and curtain linings, just to make it a little bit more impervious. But the only fabrics that are medical grade are non-woven, that don't let the virus through. So please be aware, this is not a license to go out and do whatever you like, but they can be useful. When you put them on, obviously don't touch the inside. I haven't done a pocket on mine because in order to change a lining when you were out for a while, you'd have to put your hand inside and touch it. So I suggest that you put a face wipe or something just in the middle before you put it on, and if needs be you can pull it out and get rid of it. If you put anything waterproof in to line it, yeah, it might stop water droplets coming through, but it's also going to make it hot and sweaty in there. I think that the medical ones are only supposed to be worn for 15 minutes and then thrown away. So when you take that on board, you really shouldn't be out anywhere for longer than that time. If you are going to make one, you need to make at least two, possibly three. One on, one in the wash, one drying on the line. Otherwise they're not sterile enough to be useful. I've made them with elastic ties so that they're adjustable. I've already made about 30. My plan is to make as many as I can so that I can pack some away in bags for family members so that I can leave them with them. I've got elderly parents, in the event of them having a fall or something and nobody can get to them, hopefully they'll have masks that are clean by the door, that somebody coming in who's super helpful can put that on to help protect them. I will later be making a gown and a pinny as well. Hopefully I'll be able to do that. So I'm panicking a bit to get these done before either I get ill or there's total lockdown, so that's why I want to put this out now. I made some videos last year, how-to videos, and I thought I came across so annoying I couldn't do it again. I'm hoping that this is going to give me the confidence and practice to do something more useful. Okay, so the main point is I'm going to put pattern out later, but I really need to test it before I give it to other people. There are loads of patterns and tutorials out there. They're all perfectly good. There's nothing wrong with them. But what I'm going to show you in my video is how to make more than one at a time, quickly and efficiently, and hopefully in a way that will make them robust enough to be able to chucked in a boil wash, because for them to be sterile, that's what they've got to be done. And also on that note, any mask that I make now, I'm feeling fit and well, take my temperature every day, and my husband, we're in isolation, for social isolation, and I could be having the virus. I could already have the virus and be asymptomatic. So I don't want to make these and give them to other family members and take the virus to them. So they're going to be boil washed and vacuum packed. Not everyone's got a vacuum packer, but my advice is whoever you give them to, make them as soon as possible, give them to them as soon as possible, and ask them to wash them and iron them, because ironing will also kill a few bugs, hopefully. If you can do that sooner rather than later, you hopefully can get something in every one of your dearly loved ones' houses ready for the awful time when maybe they have to use them. Okay, I'm looking over here because I've got some notes here. I told you I was new at this. Right, so so use any pattern. There's loads out there, as I say. So I'm going to go through the benefits of sectioning. In factories, the reason we're able to make things really quickly is because we don't take any garment or any object and sew it from start to finish. There's a line of people, each with specialised machines or special setups, and they do a small section at a time. The line is balanced by a production manager. Nobody really needs to understand that, but in order to do these efficiently and quickly at home, you probably want to employ a few of those methods. So that's what I'm going to be doing. You only need small scraps of fabric. Some interlining can be more fabric, or as I say, something that's a bit more impervious, like a non-woven fabric. When the government announced that they wanted only essential people at work on last week, we went in on Monday and I got as much stuff as I could home here so that I could carry on making these and do a little bit going forward. What I didn't bring back with me was some fusible interlining. That would have been ideal because non-woven is better against the virus. The action of heat sealing, laminating that with your iron or your press onto the fabric also makes it a little bit stronger. So if you're lucky enough to have a bit of fusible iron-on interfacing at home, then use that. But just as I say, you use whatever you need to, but be aware that only the medical grade fabric is going to help to stop those germs from actually getting through. Mine, I have put a piece of aluminium wire in here. It's beading wire, so it's washable and it'll be fine. And the reason I've done that is because when this is worn, if you just press that in place to fit your face, it's going to seal above your nose. There's a chin piece here. So what it means is when the elastics are in place over your ears, you're going to have a little bit more room to breathe without dampening the mask and making it a nice place for germs to breed. That's optional. If you don't have aluminium wire, I've seen people use the twist ties from food bags. You could possibly use a hair grip, a Kirby grip, pin, whatever. But whatever you do, if you're using cut wire, you need to seal the ends. I'll show you how I do mine in my video. But that is quite useful because you can then get quite a good profile. It gives you a good fit without having to have the elastic so tight that the mask is flat on your face. Okay. So elastic tapes, I've used tubular elastic, which is quite nice because you can seal the ends in a flame, which makes it a little bit better for washing. If you don't have any elastic at home, don't go out and buy any. Find an old t-shirt, cut it, pull it so that it rolls up, and that would give you just a little bit more stretch. Remember, you're making these for yourselves. You're not making them for medical professionals that have got to have one size fits all. You're making for people that you know, and they're not going to mind if they've got a bit of old t-shirt there. They're going to be grateful for that mask. Use good sewing thread, 75 ticket or 120. So 120 is the normal thickness of thread. Try not to use the overlocking thread that we see everywhere. It's quite cheap, you know, a couple of quid for a cone, but it will break and it will frustrate you if it breaks when you're going over a hem or something hefty. And then remember, these aren't for fashion, so don't worry about matching prints and checks and stripes. Make these quickly and make them useful, and don't worry if your stitching's off. I can guarantee you, as I'm sewing these for the video, they are going to be wobbly as anything because I'm going to be using a little old domestic sewing machine that I've had for about 30 years. And I'm used to being able to use an industrial machine that's really, you know, pretty good at what it does. Helps me out a lot. Okay, so we'll go over that. So that's it for today, I think. The pattern will go up once I've fully tested it, and it will probably go up after the how-to video. I'm going to put the how-to video up as soon as I've done it because this video is really intended to help you to make more quickly and efficiently. And as I say, you can use someone else's pattern and apply the same methods to that. But if not, I'll see you later. I hope I've not been too annoying in this video. I can see I'm gurning already. Let me know in the comments. Okay, bye. Stay safe and keep home.